Hello student, in our next topic is distributed system. Its name shows distributed. Distributed means we can have a multiple software or multiple computer we can use. We can distribute the information to the some computer or software. That one we can call it as a distributed system. What is distributed system? A distributed computer system consists of multiple software components that are on multiple computers but run on a single system. A distributed computing system is consist of the multiple software component that are in multiple computer but run on a single system. We can use the multiple computer but it will be run on single system. That one we can call it as a distributed system. In our distributing system component, computing the system, it allows the number of computer. We can separate location to work and cooperatively together the storage and processing the information. What is distributed system? A distributed system is a distributed system. A distributed computer system consists of multiple software component, multiple software components that are on multiple computers but it runs as a single system. That one we can call it as a distributed system. In your distributed system, we can have a number of computers we can have, and it will be work, gather and storing the processing information. In your distributed system, we can represent the configuration where the several workstation pieces we can use. That one we can call it as a intelligent node or site. We can have a configuration, several workstation pieces we can use. Why? Because this one is the distributed system, means two or more or multiple system and multiple software we can use to connect the information. Then that connection we can call it as a intelligent node or site, are interconnected with the mainframe computer, or sometimes we can use the mini computer via the communication network from the distributed computing environment. That one we can call it as a distributed computing environment. In our distributed system, run a distributed operating systems we can do. In our distributed computers, we can use the distributed operating system. It provides the illusion to end user, or we can enter the network to the working like a single system. We can distribute the system, perform is a load balancing, or by distributing the computational task. Then we can balance the load or between the computer and the executing different process of complex tasks, or simultaneously we can work several processor will be worked. In this machine we can control by the distributed operating system. It cannot have access the shared memory and need not share the communication system. It also machines or workstation pieces on the distributed networks or may have different architecture. It will be different manufacturing information we can see. In our distributing system, we can use the computer communication network we can use. What are the communication network we can use? LAN, WAN, MAN. This their functionality, and it will be perform the load balancing. Why we can use the communication network? Which are the communication networks we can use in a distributed system? We can use the LAN, WAN, MAN, local area network, wide area network, and metropolitan area network. We can use to for the functionality and perform the, we can balance the load balancing and sharing the complex computational task among the many process, or we can share the sites and the nodes. That one we can call it as a distributed system. In our distributed system, we can have some major objectives we can use. Major objectives we can use. What are the major objectives we can use in a distributed system? Means first one is the resource sharing. Second one is load sharing. In our load sharing, we can call it as a load balancing. And third one is reliable operations. And last one is communication. These major objectives we can use in a distributed system. What is resource sharing? Resource sharing is the user at one site may be able to access the available resource of the another site. That one we can call it as a resource sharing. Resource sharing means user at one site may be, we can access the one site means we can access the available resources of another site also. That one we can call it as a resource sharing. Second one is load sharing. What is load sharing or load balancing? Anywhere overloaded site or computational task can be shifted to the another executed by the another remote or another sites are having the little or no workload at present. That one we can call it as a load sharing or load balancing. What is load sharing? The overloaded site computational task can be shifted to or executed by the another remote site or having a little or no workload in present. That one we can call it as a load sharing or load balancing. What is reliable operations? Reliable operation means what are the information we can share or that site will be failed need not be affected to the another site. Why? Because another remaining site can continues to operating. That one we can call it as a reliable operation. What is reliable operation? The site will be failed. The failure of the one site did not affect to the another site, and the remaining site can continuously work or continuously operating. That one we can call it as a reliable operating. What is communication? Communication is the process of executing different site can communicate to exchange the information or any use of information. That one we can call it as a communication. How it will be communicated by the distributed system? And before only explained, we can use the communication networks. We can use LAN, WAN and the MAN. So like that we can use the local area network and multiple systems or distributed system we can use to communicate it. Here we can use the some gateway. Then here we can communicate with the internet, and we can use the LAN, and number of distributed system we can use. This process we can execute in the different site can communicate with the exchange any use of information we can exchange between the network. That one we can call it as a communication. What are the advantages we can use in a distributed system? What are the advantages we can use? First one is resource sharing. resource sharing. Second one is the higher reliability. Higher reliability. And third one is better price performance ratio. Better price performance ratio. And the last one is incremental growth. These are advantages we can use in a distributed system. What are the advantages we can use in a distributed system? Resource sharing, higher reliability, better price performance ratio, and incremental growth. What is resource sharing? Before only explained this one. Resource sharing the software resources at the software libraries. It means a database, hardware, and resources such as the disk, printer, CD-ROM. That it can also done very efficient way to among all the computer and the user. We can use the resource sharing. We can share the information. Which devices we can use to share the information? Disks, printers, CD-ROM, and also done the very efficient to we can sharing the information. That one we can, these devices we can use to share the information. This one is the resource sharing. Next one is higher reliability. What is higher reliability? The reliability referred to the, it will be learn against error or the component. It will be failure something, or we can availability of one of the important aspect, or the availability refer for the transaction time. This system we can available the users. That one we can call it as a higher reliability. What is better price performance ratio? It means the availability of a hard disk, it can be increased by the having multiple hard disk located in the different sites. In one hard disk will be fail means, or is unavailable, the program can be used. Some another hard disk will be we can use to work. That one we can call it as a higher reliability. What is better price performance ratio? We can reduction in the price of microprocessor, or we can increase the computing power, giving in the good price performance ratio. We can short response times, higher throughput. That one we can call it as a better price performance ratio. Next one is increased growth. What is incremental growth? Incremental growth is a extended power or functionality of the system by the simply adding the additional resources to the system. That one we can call it as a incremental growth. Incremental growth is the extended power and the functionality of the system by simply adding the additional resources to the system. That one we can call it as a incremental growth. What are the difficulty to a distributed operating system we can use? What are the difficulty we can have in a distributed system? There are no current commercial successfully. It is a no current commercially successfully. Then protocol overloaded. It can be computational cost. And next one is hard to build well. Then probably it is impossible to build at the scale of the internet. These difficulties we can face in a distributing system. Thank you.